Our speaker this morning is Mrs. Lim. Mrs. Lim is the Oaklawn Tuttle Director of Vocal Music and AFE Master Arts teacher. She has been teaching chorus, DJing, music theory, and public speaking classes for the past 10 years. You will often find her in the music house rehearsing with her students. She is the proud mom of Ariel and Joshua, who graduated from the Hill School in 2017 and 2018. She lives in East Faculty Village with her husband, Mr. Lim. Mrs. Lim.
Good morning. Thank you, my family section, who are sitting over there. Appreciate it. I want to share 2 stories with you that have brought some change in my life. Story 1, a wake-up call. Every year, during my annual checkup with my primary care physician, I would hear the same thing. You are as healthy as a horse. And it was true. Other than driving some of you to the ER in Pottstown, I rarely had any reason to visit the hospital. But 3 months ago, everything changed. It was New Year's Eve, and Mr. Lim and I had planned on a cozy evening at home. I was getting ready to cook and decided to try something different by putting on my new headphones and listening to my EDM playlist while I prepared to cook. The beats were pulsing through me, and I was feeling so good, grateful for all the blessings of the past year. In that moment, I felt like a Michelin star chef, effortlessly moving around the kitchen. As I reached for a cucumber and started slicing it with my new slicer, tragedy struck. My right ring finger and pinky got caught in the blades, and before I knew it, there was blood everywhere. Time seemed to slow down as I rinsed the wound under the faucet and frantically applied pressure with paper towels. What was happening to me? I was feeling faint. The next thing I remember is sitting in the ER, feeling terrible. Everything had changed so quickly, from pure bliss to intense pain and confusion. Story 2, adapting to the unknown. Can you please unmute yourself? Yeah, okay. Now I can hear you. Yes, go ahead. These lines became a regular part of my vocabulary when the world came to a halt due to COVID-19. If you can't remember, let me remind you of March 2020. I remember feeling heartbroken and defeated when our choir trip to South Africa was canceled by the school administration. As news of the coronavirus spread globally in early March, all planned spring break trips were canceled one by one. By March 15th, we were all sent home following an emergency plan. No more classes in person, no more interactions with students, no more rehearsals. Everything shifted to a new format, Zoom. In May of 2020, we had our first virtual graduation ceremony on Zoom, with no students present on campus. This new way of life was so different. By fall of 2020, we had our first hybrid classes, some students joining remotely through Zoom, while others sat socially distant in classrooms wearing masks. As the vocal music director, I had 2 third form students join my class in a makeshift tent set up outside. That's right, my classroom was a tent. All singing classes were moved outdoors under the tent. Imagine trying to connect with remote students online while also trying to engage with in-person students sitting far from each other. Sometimes I would lose students due to poor Wi-Fi connection. It was difficult for everyone to hear each other outside due to the distance and poor acoustics. That year, teaching choir over Zoom or in person was one of the most challenging experiences in my career as a choir teacher. Quarantine also meant staying in one place without seeing many people, including new students. I was scared, and I cried a lot. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus is known for saying the only constant in life is change. Let me say that again. The only constant in life is change. How can life shift from a state of stability to chaos so fast? I don't have the answer, but it happens. This sudden change serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and highlights the concept of entropy. Entropy in life refers to the unavoidable chaos, disorder, and unpredictability we encounter on our journey through life. It is the lack of control and feeling of being overwhelmed that can leave us feeling fearful. As someone who relies on my dominant hand for my work, the thought of possibly losing function in 2 fingers was terrifying. And not being able to hear my students' voices or spend time with them during various lockdowns shook me to the core. In the beginning of your high school experience, Sixth Formers, your journey was far from smooth, and I couldn't help but wonder if you would give up. But you proved to be incredibly resilient through the struggles. Courage and passion emerged. As the years went on, new students joined you, and together you faced challenges head-on and stayed the course. I've been amazed by your increasing bravery, whether it was opening up about your feelings for someone or staying committed to your passions. Through the chaos of COVID-19 and remote learning, I've gained clarity on the value of connections, the strength of music even during difficult moments, and the power of perseverance. You, my COVID babies, the class of 2024, are the reason why I have regained focus as a teacher and continue to dream about what is possible. In just 8 weeks, you will begin a new chapter of your life. And while I cannot imagine Hill without you, I am grateful for the impact you have made on each other and also in my life. I will always cherish the moments we sang our hearts out, laughed until our stomachs hurt, and shared both joyful and heartaches. Thank you for persevering through tough times. Thank you for having faith in me and in this community and showing up every day. The next time you encounter another entropy, remember that you slayed the pandemic. Remember how you conquered it. Remember how you adapted to it. Take time to find clarity. Go hug a friend. Take a breath before trying it again. We believe in you. Godspeed, Sixth Formers. Thank you.